Nicolas Winding Refn is a Danish filmmaker responsible for some of contemporary cinema's most brutally stylish films. Refn's parents also work in film. His father is a director and editor, and his mother is a cinematographer. His parents found their inspiration in the French New Wave, which Refn compared to the Antichrist. He was quoted saying, "How better to rebel against your parents than by watching something your mother is going to hate," which were American horror movies. He found his own inspiration to become a filmmaker after watching the 1974 American horror film, the Texas Chain Saw Massacre.
Because that's when I saw film as an art form, that it wasn't about a story, it was more of an emotion that you evoked. It was an eye-opener of what cinema as an art form could do.
After seeing what Kevin Smith was able to do on his extremely low-budget 16mm comedy debut, Clerks, Refn decided to make his first film, titled Pusher. Like Clerks, Pusher was shot on 16mm and filmed in real locations, with a shoestring budget. Pusher would eventually become the first installment in a trilogy of films about a drug dealer, with the next installments being completed nearly a decade later. His second film, titled Bleeder, is another hard-hitting crime drama, this time about a group of friends who work at a video store in Copenhagen. His next film, and first English language film, is titled Fear X. It stars John Turturro as a man trying to solve his wife's murder. The film was not well received and was a financial failure, and ultimately caused Refn's production company, Django Star, to go bankrupt, leaving Refn over $1 million in debt. But Refn made his comeback with a film titled Bronson in 2008. The film stars Tom Hardy in the title role as a famous English criminal in prison who spent many years in solitary confinement due to his outrageous behavior. The character was loosely based on real-life prisoner Michael Gordon Peterson, named one of the UK's most dangerous criminals. He followed Bronson with Valhalla Rising, a Viking film shot in Scotland that follows a warrior named One Eye. Several of these films reached some level of acclaim, but they were mostly unsuccessful financially. It wasn't until 2011's Drive that Refn became a major player in contemporary American cinema. Drive is a highly stylized modern-day noir film about a Hollywood stunt driver who finds himself up against some of Los Angeles' most dangerous gangsters. The film really struck a chord with American audiences who praised Ryan Gosling's silent tough guy protagonist and the 80s synth-pop aesthetic. Drive ended up winning Refn the Best Director prize at the 2011 Cannes Film Festival. He teamed up with Ryan Gosling again for his most recent film, titled Only God Forgives, which he characterizes as a western that takes place in the Far East. The film was shot entirely in Bangkok, Thailand, and follows a man coaxed by his mother into taking revenge on an almost supernatural police lieutenant who's responsible for the death of Gosling's murderous brother. Refn takes the hyper-stylized aesthetic of Drive even further in Only God Forgives, with an intensely powerful soundtrack composed by Cliff Martinez and highly saturated yet brooding neon-colored lights, which is possibly related to his colorblindness. Refn's next feature, titled The Neon Demon, is set to be released in 2016, and I, for one, cannot wait to see how his creativity continues to evolve.
Art needs to grow and move and change. But the idea that you can control art and make the perfect solution is the exact enemy of creativity.
I'm giving you a night called tell you